What's up, everybody? Burger back. Just wanted to show you guys a little trick that I do here for... Actually, it has multiple uses. The main one is that I've learned, say if you're trying to, you scrape all the algae off the glass, you stir up your sand, you get that detritus up in the water column. That's what you want, so eventually it can go up over into the overflows. Well, a lot of times that stuff's heavy, so it just instantly falls back down into the sand. Well, with this little trick, I have a power head that comes with one of those tubes, sucks air out or in through here, and then this shoots micro bubbles just everywhere, as you can see. It's actually pretty cool to watch. Obviously another trick you could do, just, air stones, just simply by putting that in the tank. These micro bubbles will shoot around, but I already had the power head in there, so I usually go this way. One cool trick too is if you put the air stone in the return chamber, your return pump will actually suck it up and shoot it back in there. So that's another cool way if you don't want it directly in your tank like this. But the second thing that I like about this, it actually shows, so you can finally see, the flow of your wave makers. Is everything getting nice flow on it? Because over here you can just see it's extremely hectic coming this way, and then I got the two wave makers over there. If you remember, I did those videos. So it shoots around here, all my SPS over here gets nice flow, nice whipped around. Down here, I guess you can't really see on the video, but there's a couple little bubbles going over there. See my Euphilia going back and forth, so maybe I'll point a return pump down here just to get a little extra flow for that Jedi Mind Trick Montipora. As you can see, it's growing quite nice, starting to kill off some coralline algae, which means it's going to encrust. See that white spot right there and back here? Yeah, but essentially, like I was saying, all these bubbles should attach to all the detritus and stuff. Basically the same thing that your protein skimmer would do. You got your protein skimmer down here, just bubbling up, grabbing everything, filling in the collection cup. So the thought is that essentially will do that in the tank as well. The detritus and whatnot will latch onto these bubbles, bringing it up to the top to go over into the overflow, and then eventually down here into my filter sock. And like I was saying, I was battling a little hair algae, so I actually went in there and manually removed as much as I could. It's still there, but it's looking a lot better. And my little Kato reactor, I don't know what happened, maybe the flow was too strong or something, but it essentially mushed all the Kato into, it felt like hair algae up at the top of the reactor. So now that I don't have that going anymore, I'm not a big fan of using chemicals, but I decided to use a little bit of algae fix just because that hair algae was starting to take over that green Montipora in the corner over there. We definitely cannot have that. Trying to think, I think this is the third day that I've done it. And you can actually see already there's little pieces of hair algae that have come off the rocks and are floating around the tank, which is why I decided to do this little micro bubble trick again. Hopefully it'll latch onto those, help them float up to the top and into the sock so we can get that out. Granted, you can always, if you see them, toss a net in. Try and scoop them out yourself, which is always a good thing. But yeah, not to mention, it's just cool to watch. So if you guys are having trouble with, detritus settling down at the bottom of your tank without just stirring, maybe give this a shot, Alright. Give you guys a tank update here. I want to say the end of the week we'll do another video. Alright. Later.